guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and today I want to talk about international internships. I'm going to share with you guys my tips and tricks on how to find an international internship. Well, first of all, let's talk about internships in general. Internships are usually over the summer, anywhere from 2 to 4 months in length, and it's just a good opportunity for you to get experience in a potential field that you might want to work in. The whole goal of an internship is learning, getting experience, and seeing if this field and this job is for you. And at some point, you're probably going to want to do an internship because whenever you graduate from college and apply for jobs, it looks great to show that you have some real world experience already. Alright, so at some point during your college career, whether it's sophomore, junior, or right before senior year, even after you graduate, you're probably going to do an internship. And one of your options when looking for internships are international internships. I don't know if it's something you would think about or it would even come to your mind because you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's such a big deal to go to another country and work there, especially if you don't know the language. I understand the hesitation for not wanting to do an international internship, but I guarantee you there are so many more pros than there are cons as to why you should do one. So the very obvious reason, you want to gain experience. Why not gain international experience? Companies, employers, and universities, they love students that have international experience because not only does it show that you can work, you have an internship, but you're doing it in another country, in another culture, and maybe even in another language. So already that just shows that you as a candidate stand out. You stood out by getting this internship, and you stand out by having this international experience. Second thing is a big one, language. I am a language buff. That's what I've studied for the past 15 years of my life. But honestly, it's a great way to learn a language. So for me, I speak French, and I knew I wanted an internship in France, specifically Paris. But so if you are bilingual or you've studied a language, you have a little grasp on it, that also makes you stand out as a candidate. So, but also even if you just want to learn a language, it's a great way. I mean, 3 months you can learn a lot, and it's a great experience. If you studied abroad, you know what I'm talking about. Just trying to communicate, survive, and live in a culture where you don't speak the language. But that's all the more reason to go and to learn it. And the third reason I think is pretty self-explanatory. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You never know what this experience might lead to. So say for example, you work for an international company abroad. You have a great experience, you learn a lot, the company really likes you. You never know, that could turn into something more. It's just like any other internship, but abroad. So if you've ever wanted to live or work abroad, this is a great chance to, get your feet in the water, get your feet wet, of what it's like to live abroad, to work abroad, because you never know. This could have been a dream of yours and then you realize it's not for you. Or the complete opposite and you totally fall in love and you want to come back. So, alright, now let's talk about how in the heck are you going to find an international internship? So like I said, you're probably college students. Where else should you start first than your own university? So use your resources, use what you have. So go to your advisors and see where they can direct you. More often than not, they've helped other students find international internships. And I mean, that's what they're there for. They're there to steer you in the right direction, give you advice and guidance, and give you connections. Once you've talked to your advisor, another great resource are your professors. So I'm assuming if you're looking for an internship, you're probably a junior or a senior. And by that time, you're taking higher level courses, so like the 300, 400, 500 range. And the professors that teach these classes conduct research. They have to be at that level of teaching university. So the fact that your professors conduct research, more often than not, means that they have connections at other universities and likely abroad. So pick their brains, see what connections they have and how they can help you as well. And finally, this one is extremely important, but go visit your university's career center. I think this tip is totally underrated because maybe you just think of your career centers for like resumes and cover letters, and it is, and it's great, and you should take advantage of that, but also for internships. They're there to help you find internships and jobs. So go take advantage of that too. Alright, now this next tip is one that you definitely know, one you use probably every day. Google. Yep, the internet is your best friend when it comes to finding international jobs. To really find the international internship you're looking for, it's going to take more than just a simple Google search. Not only should you be looking at websites in English and in America, you need to be looking at websites and forums and job boards in the country where you want to go. So for example, if you want a job in Spain, you need to be looking in Spanish websites and whatnot. It also helps if you know what kind of position you're looking for, type that job title in the foreign language where you want to go, and that way you know that's a keyword in that language in that foreign browser, whatever you're using, and that way you're going to find a lot more than if you type in like marketing internship Greece. Like maybe, but it's a lot different if you're doing it in the language of that country. A lot of countries use a job posting platform like monster.com, but a lot of the time they're going to have that kind of thing in their own language on another website. So that's also a question of finding these job postings in that language. So yes, Google may seem super simple, just like type in what you want and it'll pop up. You have to do a lot of research to find this international internship. It may seem really daunting of a task, like finding a needle in a haystack, but I promise you, if you never stop looking, if you just search and search and search, you will find one. Alright, so while we're talking about the internet, another great resource is emails. If you know what university or company or business that you want to work for, send an email. Reach out to their hiring manager or someone in charge, a director, a receptionist, and that way they can direct you as well. So you can just send a simple email asking if they've posted any summer internships or if they'll be posting them anytime soon. So that way you're kind of already in the know, so that when these job postings go up, you'll be ready to apply for them. Alright, are you ready for the secret to finding an international internship? List servers. Were you expecting that? Probably not. Alright, this is exactly how I found my internship this summer in Paris, France. So if you belong to any kind of organization at your university, you're probably a part of a listserver. And if you don't know what a listserver is, it's kind of like, I hate explaining this. So it's a group of emails. You subscribe to it, so you put your email on this list. And anyone on the list can send an email to everyone. So for example, my lab back in America, every member of our lab is on this listserver, and it's called the Center for Language of Science listserver. So I get emails from all my professors, all of my colleagues. It's just an easy way to reach a bunch of people at once. So it's a mass email. I knew I wanted an internship in linguistics. So what I did is I went to Google, our trusty friend, and I typed in linguistics listservers. What do you know? A whole list pops up. I'm not kidding you, hundreds. So I'm scrolling through. They're by different topics, different groups, different universities and whatnot. And I found one that said linguists in Paris. And my jaw just dropped. I was like, this is awesome. So usually these listservers are run by a web host email server. So I think this one was through Yahoo. All I did was clicked on the link, typed my email in, and what do you know? I get 5 emails like every day from this listserver. But the thing about these listservers, especially in an academic setting, is that it's a community. So these people are reaching out to people they know because they want to share information. And so this listserver, a lot of the times people were emailing, sending out notifications about conferences, new papers, new articles, and jobs. So for about a month or so, I was getting a lot of emails about jobs. But jobs for people that had graduated, had their PhD, like stuff I wasn't qualified for. Then eventually one day I got an internship. Well, yeah, that happened. One day I got an email and the subject said, 3 internship offers, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is what I want. So in the email, it was basically the director of the lab saying, hey everyone, I am posting 3 internships for the summer, a little description of each. The director also said, forward this to your students, spread the word, because that's what listservers are for. Like I said, they're to reach a bunch of people and to spread information. And so naturally, I just went to the website, applied, and the rest is history. And, I'm not sure if this is something you would ever have thought of, but for me, it's exactly how I got my internship. And honestly, I think listservers are so great. You can get so much information from people around the world, from people in your field. Honestly, there's a listserver for everything. So, like I said, if you want to do marketing, type in marketing listservers. And even if they're not in an international context, you never know. Companies abroad can also join these listservers. American companies can also post internships abroad. So there is one thing you should know about listservers. Sometimes when you go to join the listserver, you'll type in your email and then it'll say waiting for administrative approval, something like that. It's usually just the person that runs the listserver that's in charge of all the emails. All they have to do is hit accept. Just be aware of that. Alright guys, so those are my tips to how to find your international internship. So like I said, start with your school, go to the internet, listservers. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, and if you found this was helpful in any way, I'd be more than happy to make a video about applying for the job, so CVs, resume, cover letter, all of that stuff, because they are tailored to specific countries and a lot goes into them, more than just a regular job. So let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you in the next one.